Have you ever been there? In that moment when the bottom falls out and the air rushes from your lungs? When you're standing in the rubble of something you spent years building and you can't see a way forward? You don't have to tell me, I know the feeling. The one where your mind races but your body feels too heavy to move. The one where you're so broken you can't even imagine how you'll put the pieces back together again. It's an unavoidable truth. Regardless of your talent, your effort, or your resolve, life will break you. It may be the unexpected, the uncalled for, the unintentional. We get damaged, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Your business might fail. The number in your bank account might scream you're broke. A loved one might leave you with a shattered heart. And when it happens, it will leave a mark. But the mark it leaves, that's where your choice comes in. That mark can either be a scar of a lost battle, a permanent reminder of your defeat, or it can be a trophy, a symbol of the victory you earned by refusing to stay down. The defeat is easy. The victory, that takes something more. It's the commitment to staying with the breaking, to fighting in the fire that forges the blessing you'll receive on the other side. What truly matters isn't what you go through, but who you listen to in that moment of despair. Because right now you are walking through a valley, and in this valley, two distinct voices are fighting for your attention. The voice of worry is a poison. It convinces you the struggle is your final destination. It tells you that you are a victim, that your dreams were all for nothing. It pushes you to grumble and blame. It's the path of least resistance. But the voice of wisdom, that one is different. It's calm, and it's brutally honest. It tells you that every time you break, it's not an ending. It is a chance to rebuild, a chance to get stronger and smarter, faster and tougher, to become more resilient and stable. It's an opportunity to become better than you ever were before. It's a chance to turn your pain into your power. What I need you to do is to find a reason to keep going. Find your why. It's the fuel that runs your engine when you have nothing left in the tank. If you can find a single, unshakable reason to keep going, then I know you're strong enough. Because every human being has what it takes to get past whatever they're going through, if they just decide to push through it. Pushing through isn't an option. It's an obligation to yourself. We often see trials as something to be avoided at all costs. We pray for calm waters. But what if the struggle isn't the problem? What if the struggle is the purpose? What if the very act of breaking is what prepares you for the destiny you're meant to live out? This is a lesson a good friend of mine, David, learned the hard way. David had spent years building a restaurant. It was his life's work, then a fire, an electrical fault. Everything he had worked for was gone. The bank account was zero. He was, by every measure, broken. For weeks, the voice of worry and blame consumed him. But then a different voice, the voice of wisdom. It told him, "You're still here. You didn't lose your mind. You didn't lose your work ethic. You didn't lose your passion. You can build another one." It wasn't the building that made him a success. It was the resilience, the grit, the knowledge. The fire didn't take that away. It proved it. He pushed through it. And in that act, he found a reason to keep going. Not just for himself, but for the staff who had lost their jobs. He took the insurance money and built a new restaurant. It was bigger, better, and stronger than the first one. That fire didn't define him. It forged him. It was a mark of victory. This is the universal law of human resilience. Tragedy and trials will come to everybody. Only the strong survive. The fight isn't over, it's just beginning. You have the opportunity right now to show the world what you are really made of. Look at that sickness, that financial struggle, that emotional pain. Whatever it is, say to yourself, I can beat this, I will beat this, I must beat this. You have a family to live for, a purpose to live for. Your life ain't over yet. There are things in life you don't need a degree for. You don't need money for it. You don't need external support. There are things you just have to get through, and you can only do it when you decide, I'm going to get through this regardless. Nothing can stop you. The only thing that can stop you is you. A situation, a circumstance, a piece of adversity. None of these things can define your life. Never let the external world dictate your internal state. Don't retreat. Don't run. You live by this and you die by this. You will stand. You will live and you will die by what you stand for, and everybody is going to know what you represent. This is the power of the unbroken mindset. It's not just a philosophy, it's a practice. It's the belief that you have staying power, the grit to outlast the storm. To develop this mindset, you must begin with a few crucial shifts. Reframe your narrative. The voice of worry says, I am broken. The voice of wisdom says, I am being forged. Your pain is not your identity, your comeback is. Embrace the smallest wins. Building resilience isn't about one massive victory. It's about getting out of bed, making your coffee, and showing up for the day even when it hurts. It's the smallest, most defiant acts of discipline that build the muscle of your will. Find your purpose. Your why is not just a reason to get through, it's a reason to get better, a reason to build a legacy. It's the sacred fuel that reminds you of what you're fighting for. Be encouraged today that no matter what you are walking through, no matter how broken your marriage may be, there is a spirit within you that is greater than whatever is going on around you. And if you would be willing to fight your way through this battle, fight your way through cancer, fight your way through that academic struggle, fight your way through a divorce, fight your way through it. I'm telling you, at the end of the fight, there's going to be victory. And as you crawl up and out of that dismal and wretched place, as you rise above what you were, and as you take the form of who you are supposed to be, you will see that in the very act of standing up, in the very act of fighting on, you will become, and you will remain, unbroken. This is a promise. It's not just an idea. It is the bedrock of every great story, every human triumph, and every comeback you've ever admired. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing. So here's your call to action. Right now, in this very moment, I want you to make a commitment, not to me, not to the world, but to yourself. I want you to look at your reflection, or just close your eyes and picture yourself and say this out loud. I am not my brokenness. My story is not over. It is my beginning. This journey starts with a single defiant decision to listen to the voice of wisdom. It starts with the unwavering belief that you have staying power. You have what it takes. And if you're ready to embrace the journey of becoming truly and completely unbroken, then subscribe to this channel. We are here to help you turn your struggles into your strengths, your pain into your purpose, and your breaking into your greatest victory. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and let's start this journey together.